Hi, I'm Yash. In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to draw green grass. So let's get started. I'll take in some white, yellow, and green. You can mix them all together, and if you want, you can add a touch of yellow ochre. I'll go over here and make it very soft. This is fairly a brighter color. You can even use a mid-tone for this. Okay, I'll go ahead with some black color, very little amount of paint, very little, and this is number 2 fan brush. I used an angular brush to drop that. And okay, let's come over here and just tap it very gently, very lightly. You can also shape your land with this very lightly. Taking more of that black, and I'll not do that at the top. Let the top be brighter, just like that. Then taking more of black slowly. Look at that. And these are far off lawn. It's that simple. Now with the same brush which I used to paint this backdrop, I'll take in some black and some green and some yellow ochre, and let's see what we get. A mid-tone color. Okay, and in more of black for that contrast, and just drop in just like that. You could try this with different colors, but the technique is going to be the same. Okay, something like that. Now with a worn out filbert brush, I'll take in some yellow, white, green, that's too much green, okay, and just a touch of yellow ochre. Load the brushes both the sides, hold it sideways, and just do it like that. Just flicking it upwards. Then at the top it will get slightly shorter. The strokes get slightly shorter. Now I've changed the angle of the brush. And you can also tap it to blend those colors together. Apply the pressure slightly as you come downwards. I'll go ahead with some black, just little amount of black without cleaning the brush, and I'll just go over here and drop in some shadows. You don't flick one or two over there. Look at that, the dark against that lighter yellow tones will make it look really beautiful. You could use even a worn out fan brush, that will also work. Just tapping it like that. I've taken some cad yellow and white. Just gonna tap it. Just flick it somewhere sometimes and just tap it. That. But make sure to get this type of texture, you use worn out brushes, that is used brushes. Okay. Now with this brush, I'll take in some cad yellow and white. I have some black in it, and I'll add a touch of green. More of cad yellow and white, and if you want you can add in a touch of yellow ochre. Yellow ochre and brown can be added only if those grasses are in foreground. Okay, hold the brush sideways and look, just from the corner, from this tip, just just flick it and don't overdo it. Keep moving. Look at that. I'll just show you what happens if we keep doing in the same place. Look at that, it gets thicker. Look at this and look at that. So just do it once in one place, turn around the brush, and you can shape your line. Maybe it goes down and goes up again. Just holding the corner of the brush, and I'll drop it in just like that over here too, at the bottom. I'll go ahead with some black, that is darker color. Okay, look at that. I'm just penetrating into the black very gently and very slowly. At the bottom, let's go ahead and tap it very lightly, very gently. You can flick one or two over there. Okay. Another very simple way to make grass is to take the paint. It depends whether you take lighter color, darker color, or a mid-tone. I'll take a color which is between mid-tone and light. Hold the brush like this. Just gonna tap it. Just tapping it, just like that. And taking some darker color, slightly darker tones. And I'm going to do it again. Now you have to do this when the paint is wet. Okay, I'll go ahead with this. I've cleaned my brush. I've wiped off my brush rather. And just by tapping it, you get all those textures. This is a very simple way of making grasses, especially lawns. Okay, slightly darker towards the right. Use the corner. And don't tap it too hard. So let's go ahead and do the foreground grass. For that, I'll just apply some paint. Now with my rigger brush, I'll take in some white. Take a brighter color. Some white, yellow ochre, and all those colors mixed together. And flatten the brush. It should be that flat. And I'll come over here and drop in some blades of grass. One comes over like that. Then some over here too. I'm painting on a paper. We're gonna take in more. Be super loose at this point. Okay. Load in more of paint each time you go to reload. Again, at the bottom it might be dark, and over here too. Look at that, those fine blades of grass. Be super loose. Wiggle the brush on the paint, and I'll bring some taller blades of grass. For that, I'll change the color to green. Okay, load in more of paint. Okay, like that, some taller blades of grass. Just cleaning up the top so that it looks neat. Taking more of white, extremely brighter color. Yeah, because that adds depth. Don't want it to be in one single color. That adds depth. Look at that, load in the brush with lot of paint. And I'll take up a darker color and I'll just clean this up. Okay, like that. Okay, I'll take up this color and just pop it up. Just go in here and there. Look at that, that creates a beautiful effect. I'll load in a bit of black and green just for the sake of loading in more paint. Look at that, create some darker blades of grass just like that. Tap it at the bottom. Okay, so now let's go ahead and drop in the grassy area with some flowers. There, I get some green there. I have not cleaned up my brushes. My filbert brush, and just tapping it very lightly, very gently, barely touching the surface. Okay, so over there, and look at that creates a beautiful effect. Skip some spots. So I'll make sure that I deliberately skip some spots. Now with the round brush, I'll pick up a darker spot and just drop in a petal, another petal, another one. Just like you can be rough. Okay, you're gonna take in more of that paint. Maybe another one goes taller. Just tapping it, just indicating some basic shapes. This one over here too. And you can also tap in just to indicate some flowers, or not all flowers will have all the petals, so you can just tap in randomly here and there. Don't want it to be everywhere, skip some spots. Now the script liner brush, I'll take in some lighter color and drop in this, just like that, and just like that. I'm taking more. If you want, you can add in a few blades of grass. Another simple way to paint grass is to take a lighter color and just drop it in. Okay, I'll make this a bit flatter, and if this is very far off grass, just to indicate maybe it's a mountain or something like that, you can take in a darker color, but don't take too much of that dark color, and just go underneath that, just like that, and start blending these all together. Look at that, just by using 2 strokes you're going to get that effect. Just place in some paint on the paper, and you can do this with a clean fan brush. Just lift it up. Look at that, it gets blended. You can tap it, but it's mostly flicking the paint up. and tap it over there. You can take a darker color and just drop it in like that, very gently, very lightly as you go towards the top. Just dip my brush in water. Let's go ahead and just like that. Gonna take more of that paint. I'm gonna take a mid-tone color. Just gonna tap it like that. And some over here too. Take a lot of paint. Look at that. Some are almost straight, some are crooked, some turn towards the left, some turn towards the right. Okay, you're gonna take in some green color and just a touch of black and mix all those colors together. And look at that, you can just add in some dots, just like that. Just tapping it over here and there. That. Now with a bigger fan brush, I'll come over here and make it look very deep, just like that, so everything fits together. So with this, I come to the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.